I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, King Philip, and welcome to this week's edition of Kpsn.
Good morning, KP. This is Mike Felger. You're watching KPSN.
We are ready to launch the 2019-2020 school year with an exciting start to our fall sports season. Last Friday, our King Philip Warriors football team kicked things off against North Attleboro in their annual rivalry matchup game. Here's KPSN's Maddie Salvatore with our report.
We're here at the home opener of the 2019 King Philip Warriors football season, getting ready to watch the Hockomock champs make their run at reclaiming their crown. The Warriors are out for revenge after losing to the Red Rocketeers last season 14-7, ending their stunning 25-game winning streak. But as you know, Coach Lee is all about forgetting the past and focusing on the future. With a new offensive coordinator and an all-new offensive strategy, there is great anticipation for an exciting passing game tonight. The Red Rocketeers got out to an early lead by scoring a touchdown early in the first. The rest of the half was defense heavy until senior Alex Bailing caught a 23-yard pass from quarterback Robert Jarist for an amazing 54-yard touchdown, putting King Philip on the board. Going into the half, King Philip was still down 7-6 after a fumble and a missed extra point. However, as it turns out, the Warriors were just getting warmed up. The second half was an entirely different game, with King Philip outscoring the Rocketeers 19-0. Within this brilliant display of King Philip's offense, senior Ryan Halliday scored 2 touchdowns, along with Alex Bailing picking up his second. The defense also rose to the occasion in the second half, serving up a complete shutout along with a big turnover in the form of an interception by senior Sam Callanan. After the early fumble in the first quarter, how were we able to get back on track and focus on getting the win?
You know, that fumble, we knew we had to come back. We knew we had to play better. Coach Lee did a great job at halftime. He did a great job preparing us for the second half, and we knew we needed to score some points.
How did the first touchdown of the season feel?
Oh, it felt great. Hit Bales on a little go, or no, not a go, an out. He was wide open. I was surprised he was wide open. He went, I don't know how many yards that was, 60 maybe? It was a great play. I was pumped.
What did you expect from the offense for the first game?
We got a reality check in the first half, and we came out second half, we scored some points, and now we know what we need to do the rest of the season.
With a big win to kick off the season, we would like to introduce the leadership of our 2019 football squad. Seniors Ryan Halliday and Sam Callanan hold the honor of leading the 3-time reigning South Division champions to another successful season. Being a captain is much more than just being a good player on the field, but also being a positive role model off the field as well.
We always have our team pick the captains, and they vote on it, and they choose who they feel is going to best represent us. And without a doubt, those two guys have shown our core values, emulate them, their work ethic, their ability to hold each other accountable, hold the team accountable, their teammates, and make those tough decisions. They also are the hardest working guys in the weight room, in the off season, on the track, whatever they do, they go full speed all the time. So there's a lot of worthy candidates, but I think everybody, including the coaches, all the kids on the team, they saw those two guys were definitely clear, out in front leaders for our team.
Being a captain to me means leading both on and off the field for the younger kids and showing them what it means to be a King Philip Warrior.
Being a captain to me means representing the team no matter where you are, what you're doing, and making sure the team has a good look on it at all times, and making sure that you lead your players to do what they're supposed to do.
Our first win Friday night was great. We won a little revenge on North since we lost to them last year. It was a great win.
Our goals for the rest of the season are obviously to make it to Gillette, probably go undefeated, because I think we definitely can with the personnel we have, and all the guys are putting in work and have been since December 2nd. So I definitely think we can. I think we will.
And I think we can make it back to Gillette because our offense is very good this year. We have a new offense, and not a lot of teams will know what we're going to run every week, so it's a good combo with our stingy defense. I just want to leave the legacy of the Stallion when football is over.
This summer, Coach Lee did some big game fishing, and he hooked a keeper to add to his stacked coaching staff. Here's KPSN's Chris Roy with that story.
New King Philip offensive coordinator Corey Bailey out of Coastal Carolina is here to bring a new way of scoring to the 2019 Warriors season. After an amazing 25-7 win over North Attleboro, it is pretty clear that Coach Bailey knows his stuff. Senior QB Robert Jarris, who was 8 for 15 with 151 passing yards, and his three receivers Alex Bailing, Andrew McKinney, and Brian Wasisug have never been in a higher position where there is so much to prove. Senior wide receiver Alex Bailing caught 3 passes for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Brian Wasisug had 4 catches for 50 yards. Everyone is excited to see more from Coach Bailey as he brings his amazing talent and football IQ to King Philip.
Brian, how do you think the new offense will do this week against Foxborough?
I think the team is adjusting well. I think the new offense allows us to attack other teams in a more multi-dimensional approach. I think overall we should have good success this week.
How has Coach Bailey impacted the team so far this year?
I think Coach Bailey's brought in a new offense and a lot of the players have adjusted well too. I think we've all kind of thought that this year we're going to be able to attack teams really well on offense, and I think we should score a lot of points this year.
Our Warrior football team was not the only team to make a few big additions during the offseason. The New England Patriots also had their share of trades and last-minute adjustments. Here is Tommy Sukis at Gillette Stadium for that report.
Throughout the past couple seasons, the Patriots have had a hard time finding a solid group of receivers. Although they've had short stints with talented receivers like Brandon Cooks and Danny Amendola, they've had trouble finding a permanent number 1 option. This year, however, appears to be different for the Patriots. With the return of star receivers Josh Gordon and Julian Edelman, Bill Belichick pulled off a Randy Moss-esque move. After being recently released by the Raiders due to conflicts with the staff amid other problems, the Pats scooped up star receiver Antonio Brown for about half as much money as he was slated to make with Oakland. Although Antonio has been put on blast by multiple analysts and players for his crybaby mentality, the Patriots coaches and players are fully invested in the new addition. Tom Brady, the cornerstone of the Patriots organization, is very excited about his new weapon, even offering him a place in his own home to stay while he figures out where he's going to live in New England. AB has been called both a clown and a team destroyer because of his actions on social media and his temper tantrums that he tends to throw when he doesn't get his way. All eyes are on New England this year to see how Antonio Brown will fit into the mix and if he can just do his job.
While Red Sox fans are feeling a little devastated after a disappointing season, there was one very bright and shining light that made the surrendering of the crown a little less painful. On Monday night at Fenway, fans got a special surprise that, let's say, put everything in perspective.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we welcome home one of the most beloved people ever to wear the Red Sox uniform. In fact, he may be one of the most beloved people in the history of this city, his city, our city. Won't you please welcome the symbol of resilience, strength, triumph, and love, our one and only Big Papi, Red Sox Hall of Famer number 34, David Ortiz.
I want to thank the Red Sox, my real family. They always have been there for me, supporting me. They were aware of what happened to me, and they were the first one there supporting me. Thank you very much, Red Sox family.
When it comes down to it, if you have a community that can come together to support one another through thick and thin, who needs a championship? On that note, let's come together to help our Fall Warrior athletes get things started by supporting them at their upcoming games. Coming up on the schedule, we have our boys soccer team playing at home tomorrow against Milford at 3:30, and our girls volleyball team also at home tomorrow playing against North Attleboro at 5 p.m. Our football team looks to keep the momentum of last week alive during their away game in Foxborough tomorrow night at 7. Girls soccer will add to the away games tomorrow with a game in Milford at 3:45, and our golf team will be teeing off against Attleboro tomorrow at 3:30. Next week, we have our Warriors field hockey team playing away at 3:45 in Taunton on Monday, and our first cross-country meet of the season against Franklin at home at the Rice Complex on Tuesday at 3:45. And that is it for this week's edition of KPSN. We will see you back here next week.